Barakathin Yahweh, Barakathin Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Greetings to the hopeful elect, greetings to all the Israelites, and greetings to all the good people of the earth. Alright, we're going to do Enoch chapter 7, 8, and 9. You know, this is where the rubber meets the road. Yeah, fine. So it says, it happened after the sons of men had multiplied, to them daughters were born, and to them elegant and beautiful they were. And when the angels, the sons of the heavens, saw beheld them, they became enamored of them, saying to each other, "Come, let us select for each one's wives, and them from the progeny of men, and let us beget children." Then their leader, Samjatsa, said to them, "I fear that you may perhaps be indisposed to be to the performance of this enterprise, and that I alone shall suffer for such a grievous crime." They answered to him and said, "We all swear," and they bind themselves. They bind themselves by mutual excretions, which means curses, that we will not change our intentions but execute our plan, fully. Let's see. Okay. Then they swore all together and all bound themselves by mutual curses. Their whole number was 200 who descended upon artists. You know what I'm saying? Artist means fervent. Like saying like cunning, crafty. High places. That's what Most High say, the crafty sorcery, high places. You know what I mean? He says to break down the high places, right? Ardent, you're saying, so artist, which is the top of the mountain of Arma. You know what I'm saying? And Arma means high place. Like I say, ardent means fire, and crafty, and ardent means fervent, cunning, crafty, and Arman is high places. So that's why they worship these entities in high places, right? Now let's proceed. Okay, now the mountain therefore was called Arma because there they had sworn upon it and bound themselves by mutual curses. So there, they bound themselves, like that in high places, so that humans, the left hand side of serpent would have somewhere to reach out to them, I guess. Now let's proceed. Okay, so these are the names of the main chiefs: Samjasa, who was their leader; Urakabarmel, Akibel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Daniel, Asakiel, Sarakial, Asael, Armon, Betral, Anan, Sabebe, Samsavel, Etael, Turel, Yamiel, Arahal. These were the prefects of the 200 angels, and the remainder were all with them. And they were the leaders, right? And then here's the Arabic names, same thing. They have Semi Hassad, Articot, Ramtel, Kokabel, Ramel, Daniel, Sekiel, Barak, Barakel, Asael, Hermoni, Matarel, Ananel, Estawel, Samiel, Sariel, Tumiel, Turiel, Mayel, Yadiel. Okay, I gave you two different verses of the names, right? Then they took wives, each choosing for himself. When they began to approach, the ones they began to approach and with whom they cohabited, teaching them sorcery, incantations, and the dividing of roots and trees. And the women conceiving brought forth giants, and the giants, whose stature was each 300 cubits, tall. These devoured all which the labor of men produced, until it became impossible to feed them. When they turned themselves against men to devour them, and began to injure birds, beasts, reptiles, and fishes, to eat their flesh, and one after another, and drink their blood. Then the earth reproved the unrighteous. There you go, man. Now go chapter 8, right? Moreover, Asael taught men to make swords, shields, vests, breastplates, and fabrications of mirrors, and workmanship of bracelets and ornaments, the use of paint, the beautifying of the eyebrows, the use of eyelids, and the use of stones of every value, and select kind, and all sorts of dyes, so that so the world became altered. It changed the course of the world, man. Impurity increased, fornication multiplied, and they transgressed and corrupted all their ways. Amazarek taught all the sorcerers and diviners of roots. Aramas thought the solutions of sorcery. You know what I'm saying? Barakel thought all the observers of the stars, which is the sorcerers. Akibel thought signs. Tamiel thought astronomy. And Asrades thought the motions of the moon. And men being destroyed cried and their voices reached the heavens, right? So that's when the world changed, man. The night of good and evil and full effect, man. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's why, when Cain got kicked out, he went to Nod, and that means high society, you know what I'm saying? That's where it came, and that's what Most High said there will be enmity, because see, the people on the left hand side, man, they have an upper hand on they oppress the sons of man, man. Now let's go chapter 9. Then Michael and Gabriel, Raphael, Suriel, and Uriel looked down from heaven and saw the quantity of blood which was shed on the earth, and all iniquity which was down upon the earth. And one to another they said in a voice, it is the voice of men that cries. The earth deprived of her children has cried out to the gates of heaven. And how to you, O Holy One of heavens, the souls of men complain, you know what I'm saying, for us to obtain justice, for you to obtain justice for them with the Most High. Then they said to the Most High, to the Almighty, the Ancient of Days, you know what I'm saying, the King of Kings, you know what I'm saying, the one and only, whose throne, the throne of your glory is forever and ever, and forever everyone has, and forever and ever is your name sanctified and glorified. You'll always glorified. You are blessed and glorified. You have made all things. You possess power over all things, and all things are open and manifested before you. Say, behold, all the things, and nothing can be concealed from you. You have seen what Azazel has done, how he has thought every piece of iniquity upon the earth, and has disclosed to the world all the secrets which are done on the heavens. Samjasa also has taught sorcery, to whom you have given authority over those who are associated with him. They have gone together to the daughters of men, and have laid with them, and have become polluted, and have discovered crimes to them. The women likewise have brought forth giants. Thus has the whole earth been filled with blood and iniquity. And now, behold, the souls of those who are dying cry out and complain even to the gates of heaven. Their groans ascend. Now, no can they escape from the unrighteous which is committed on earth. You know all things, Most High, that exist. You know these things and what has been done by them. Yet you do not speak of us. On what account of these things are we to do to them? All right. So the next chapter is the answer of the Most High. But see, I'm gonna go through the names real quick to let you know what these names mean. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, Samjatsa, that means all seeing. You know, okay, you watch all seeing, and what's part of your code? The all seeing eye, right? Okay, and Urakabiel. Okay, Urakabiel. Okay, Urakabiel. Get the page real quick. Okay, see. Okay, and Urakabiel, which is also known as octopus, is mother, you know, and what we have that female vibration now flowing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and now here it goes. Akibel means thunder of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And remember that, you know, and Tamiel means stars of the heaven. You know, that's second family. Akibel means star of heaven, and Kabbalah. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tamiel is stars of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Ramiel means son. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you born children. Daniel, that means to judge, justice. Ezekiel is to strengthen. You know what I'm saying? Because now they judge the earth. You know, their own twisted interpretation of it, and they also have power, right? Ezekiel, right? And let's see, Sarakia. Well, that means lightning. Remember the devil fell like lightning. Asael, number 9. That means made by divine power, because that's why they call themselves the Illuminati, because they got divine wisdom. You know what I'm saying? On the left hand side, they they were never supposed to get. You know what I mean? So that's why they're made. They think they're gods, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they got divine help from these fallen angels, right? Okay, and then Hermanin, that means a messenger. You know what I'm saying? Heavenly messengers to the earth. You know what I'm saying? Hermes. You know what I'm saying? He was the messenger. Mercury. There you go. Material means material for like a philosophy. You know what I'm saying? For use of information. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a school of thought that they got. Anarel means gemstones. And that's what they put value to gems and gold and minerals. Estado means coat of arms because then they got a conduct of coat of arms, of military mind. You know what I'm saying? Sancel is the son of God, and Yomiel is to revive, to labor, so they put labor system on mankind. I mean, the 15th is Sariel, is my the moon is my goddess, Sariel, so it's also Caribbean, like Caribbean queen, the moon, you know what I'm saying? And 16 Tumel means stone mounts, you know what I mean? Gravestones. 7 Turiel means a mountain, that means governments. They establish civilization, governments. And 18 Jumiel means like I said, to revive. And Jadiel is their gods, and their gods means it's might. It's like a might. It's a force of might, force to reckon, like power, riches. You know what I'm saying? Fortune. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? Information. They feel like they got the upper hand. So now you know why they call themselves the illuminated ones, because they got this knowledge, and these spirits, these angels, they run the world, man. But not for long, because this knowledge is coming out for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Most High wants to wake the people up so that get right before he closes the door and everything. So I hope this is fine. Most High be willing providing with chapter 10, 11, and 12 after the evening sacrifice prayer. Shalom.